Let's talk about the open. This is how we like to go about it here at Odin CrossFit. When it comes to the open, it is a very exciting time of year. It's a time of year where we want people to kind of really build some camaraderie and to enjoy putting their fitness to the test. But we also want it to be something that is enjoyable to our staff and enjoyable to us as owners, right? So I'm going to walk you through how we like to approach it here at Odin. So the open is 3 workouts over the course of 3 weeks, and we like to keep it super simple, right? And when looking at how we do our open, I break it up into 2 parts. I like to look at it as how am I going to communicate it to our members, to the public, and to our staff? And then how are we going to actually execute it? For us, like I said, we like to keep it very simple, just 1 workout every 3 weeks. We find that people really enjoy it when it's nice and simple and straightforward for everyone. So let's talk about communication first, right? So communication to the public, again, I like to keep it simple. We do 4 social media posts. We start about 3 to 4 weeks prior to, and those are meant to be somewhat informational, right? Helping the public to see what the open is, but also our members. But it's also meant to kind of build up some excitement that the open is coming. Then to our members, 3 weeks prior to the first workout, that's when we really start hyping it up and start communicating it within our gym. We do that through a couple different ways. We have a weekly email and weekly video that we send out every Monday to our members. And in that, we start incorporating what is the open, what to expect, who is it for, everybody, how it's going to be run, what are the dates. We start incorporating all of that information so that they can start marking their calendars. We also have a slideshow that we have within our gym. We have multiple TVs, and on those TVs are just kind of rolling slideshows of things coming up. So we create slides with information to build some excitement there as well. We also just talk it up in class, right? It's something that, especially during warm-ups and cool-downs, we start talking about who's doing the open, who's done it in the past, what have you learned, what are you excited about, what movements would you like to see this year? And we start talking about what days and times we're also doing those workouts as well. So here, lots of communication in class for sure. And then when it comes to our staff, we need to make sure that they understand when it is, how we want to communicate it, what we want to discuss, what the expectations are for the day of those events, who's going to be involved and how. And we start that the month prior. So if the open starts in February, we're really discussing it at that January meeting so that they are in the know, and that is at the staff meeting. We have an entire SOP that we walk through, and we make sure that everyone's kind of on the same page, right? So that's kind of the communication leading up to it. Then when it comes to execution, the way that we run it is week 1, we do it Friday night. Week 2, we do it Saturday morning. And then week 3, we do Friday night again. We've found that not everyone can make it Friday morning, not everyone can make it Friday night. Not everybody can make it Saturday morning. So we like to kind of stagger it, right? But each day we run it the same way. So we do run heats. Those heats are obviously dependent on what the workout is, equipment, space, all about information, right? We have a set amount of time when it starts and when it's going to end. And so people are going to arrive during that time. We have people sign up for their heat when they arrive. We have tried it where we had them sign up prior. And what we found is that people would show up right before their heat and they would they would leave right at the end of their heat. And we wanted people to be here for more time than just their heat time, right? Part of it is a camaraderie within the gym and bring the energy and support each other. And so we communicate that when we talk about how it's going to work and say, hey, when you get to the gym is when you're going to sign up for your heat. You might have a little time before your heat. This is where we're all going to chip in. We're going to help each other judge. This is your time to warm up, right? So we lay the expectation that you're not just going to be there for your heat. Plan to be there longer and to be a part of the event, okay? So they arrive, they sign up for their heat time, and then we have them warm up in a separate side area. We have a warm-up listed for them. They're all movements that they know and do all of the time in warm-ups in class. They walk themselves through that warm-up prior to their heat time. Then at the heat time, coach calls them over, does a short brief, just like we do in class. Now, the expectation for us is that if someone signed up online, then they are responsible for a couple of things. One, they need to have read the standards. We, the coaches, will review the standards briefly at the board, but they need to understand what is expected of them, what equipment they need, what weight they're going to be doing. There's some athlete responsibility there. Also, if they sign up online, they're going to need a judge. It is their responsibility to grab a friend to judge them, right? If they need help finding someone, of course, we help them out with that. But the expectation is that they're coming to the gym knowing that they're going to need a judge, and they're chatting with their friends to say, hey, I'll judge you in this heat, you judge me in this heat. And then there's some camaraderie and back and forth there as well, right? So at the start of their heat, they bring their judge with them. We all do the brief together. We give them just a couple minutes to kind of get settled, get any equipment, any measurements, things like that that we need. If someone did not sign up online, then we don't provide a judge for them. They don't need a judge, but they do the workout absolutely with everyone else, and we treat it with as much care as we would if someone did sign up online, right? Now, after their heat, if they need a scorecard, right, we have them printed out. They fill out their scorecard. They are then responsible for entering their scores, right? And they stay and they help judge as well. So that's kind of the main format each week. The only one that is a little different is on week 3, right? We do our heats on Friday, kind of afternoon into the evening, and then everyone is encouraged to stay. Happy hour, we pull out just fun long games, and we set up an area where we have cornhole and ladder balls. Everyone brings some drinks, and we just kind of have a little bit of a celebration at the end. So we do keep it simple, but it allows for everyone to have that camaraderie and to make the Open what they want it to be, right? What we want is for them to enjoy this experience. And so if they want to sign up online, then we say, great, we fully support you, and this is what it looks like. If they decide they don't want to sign up online, we say, great, you're still coming, and we're still going to do the workout together, but we don't push signing up online. We leave that up to the individual. We want everyone to be a part of what we're doing here in the gym and be excited about it. And if they would like to then be a part of the online leaderboard, then we absolutely support them in that. But we like to keep it simple, and we still have an awesome time.